guys.
Okay, we're recording now. Come on, get it out of your system.
Hello.
Instant Brazilian wax!
Justin, you're a little bitch.
Thank you.
You know
Hello,
what? This
future
time
us.
it's just. I'm joking.
Hello, future us. I hope that you're not wearing wet socks or you haven't eaten the same meal for 3 days in a
Can you
row.
shut up? You shut-
If it's me, it has been for the last 4 days. I've had nothing but Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen.
Oh, God.
This is peak physical performance.
Oh, Lord. That sounds like the devil.
I ordered it again.
Oh, God.
My ADHD.
It's on its way.
My ADHD does not let me eat the same meal twice in a row, let alone every.
My autism, I can eat the same. There has been weeks where I have literally eaten the same thing.
But
Like
here's the thing,
Sunday.
I get the same thing for lunch, like every
Mhm.
day. Every day at work, I basically get the same thing at lunch. And I'm not tired of it because it's, I mean, I am kind of tired of it, but that's
Wait,
because
hold
Chipotle
on.
makes me sick.
Hold on.
This is now in the recording, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Hold
know.
on. Yes. Everyone shut up.
Oh, gosh.
Last time we left off, I'm just gonna go right into the recap. Everyone said they were ready for not, then fuck you.
Probably smart.
Just the immediate silence.
Gotta get in character.
Ow, something's in my eye. Ow.
Shut up affectionately. Just
Not about your eye.
be
Not about your eye,
proper.
person.
So just don't mind then.
So, last time we left off, we had some things that happened. Arson, Till, and Henry were hanging out at Henry's house. Till babysat Henry's kids while Henry and his wife Danny had a night to themselves. They probably went to like a nice restaurant and like got some food or whatever. And we did a lot of role playing with the 3 kids, or the 2 kids, because no one voiced the other one. That's okay. And Ember, you went to Zexclesia. You went to your old clan that you and your father Ash were a part of, and they gave you some information about everything that's happening. There is Tharja, the werewolf queen, who is bullying, intimidating, and basically being a dictator and sweeping her way through Zexclesia to gain more power. There is her opposition, who doesn't seem all that better, a self-proclaimed king of Zexclesia who is trying to oppose her. You have the people of Queen's End, which is a group that no one even is really aware of what they do or their plans. Just that this is a place where they congregate. The Queen's End is where they congregate. And then, of course, you have people in Glass Forest who are also vying for more power. So there's a lot of things with the werewolves, with the werewolf clans, the various werewolf clans of the Arvosite Peninsula. Not the werewolves, the were clans, I should say. In Zexclesia, getting up to all sorts of shit. And it's not great, because that's a lot of stuff to be happening while there's also a war going on in the Styx Blinds and between the Styx Blinds and Sihonavan.
Yep.
So that happened. Yeah.
Is it a bit early to start worrying about it? Yeah, probably. Amber gonna? Yeah.
Of course.
As she should.
Someone has to.
Aggie, you actually went to go have a talk with Leto, and you confronted Leto about this Zoticus Aurora person who apparently has his face and is committing these crimes in Greycrest that he's wanted alive for, actually. And Leto, as far as you can tell, has no idea what this person is, who this person is, or these crimes or anything like that, as far as you can tell. And you two had a chit chat about that, and I'm pretty sure about Cricket, or did that not come up yet?
Sorry, repeat that. My brain drifted. What?
Did you guys chit chat about cricket? I don't remember.
Penny talked with Cricket. Cricket
But
is
you and Addie and Leto didn't. Okay.
no, not really.
Okay.
No,
Perfect.
Cricket is on their way to
Yeah. Let me.
stomp
Yeah.
Addie to death with their hooves.
Let me finish the recap.
Sorry.
Penny. Why is she
Yeah.
barking? Baby. Oh, baby, I should say. Penny, you had a very nice conversation with Cricket. Cricket invited you into their room, and you two talked about all sorts of things. Why there was a grate on their door? It's to keep animals out. Um, Life. Cricket asked you asked Cricket a personal question, and in turn, Cricket asked you a personal question. And it kind
True
of, I won't
friendship.
say,
True
yeah,
friendship is an exchange of secrets between two people
yeah.
in an enclosed
And
space.
and I think Cricket like had tea out or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so y'all had tea and cookies or whatever, and you guys talked, and you unlocked a lot of Cricket lore.
Hee
You know that they are not from Sihonavan whatsoever. In their words, they said they were over the river and past the sea to a country on the beyond or something like that. So you guys didn't talk about that in game, but out of game you had some speculation. And when when Penny mentioned that someone was talking to Leto, Cricket was like, "Oh, Champion Ember," and you were like, "No." And then they were like, "Oh, Champion Henry or Champion Till," and then you're like, "No." And then Cricket was like, "Oh my God, Leto is talking to the one who worships the dark goddess. I have to go."
Dipping.
my guard needs
And-
me.
And Penny got swiftly asked to leave.
Actually,
Leave
Cricket
my.
left. Actually, Cricket left before you
Yeah.
did, so you are still
Mhm.
in Cricket's room.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Cricket
like,
just left me in their room.
You could just fucking snoop if that's if that's something Penny does.
And that's where we're going to pick up.
Oh fuck.
Penny, do you need more time?
No. I think I'll just get. Can I get one more quick description of Cricket's room?
Yeah, sure. So you walk into Cricket's room. There is a twin-size bed on the far corner. We should probably make this in Minecraft. A twin-size bed in the far corner. A large window with a grate over top of it to keep animals out. A washing station. A washing station, a vanity with a mirror covered, and a small sitting table with a couple of like cushions and stuff around it, and a bookshelf on the right side of the room across from the bed and next to the window with various books on it.
I think as soon as Cricket leaves, my attention does drift over to the covered mirror on the vanity. But then I think I actually want to go investigate. I don't want to like pull them off the cupboard yet. I just want to kind of peruse the titles that Cricket has on their shelf.
Okay. Trying to think. Do you need to make an investigation check for this? I don't.
I mean, they're right
so.
there.
Well, if there's a
Elizabeth,
secret door.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got some things cooked up. Don't worry about it.
What?
No, so you got something. So you look at the and they seem very mundane in subject matter. It's a lot actually of like essentially elvish, high elvish for dummies.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cricket only speaks. Elvish is not one of Cricket's native languages, so you can't extrapolate from a lot of high Elvish for dummies and common for dummies, because you can extrapolate that common and Elvish, especially high Elvish, aren't Cricket's native languages. And they had to learn these languages. Their common is very good, so like
Yeah.
they've been in Sihonavan for. Oh yeah, you learned that Cricket has been in Sihonavan for about 5 years now.
Yep. Is there a notepad nearby? Or like a quill and ink and any
On the
like form of
vanity,
parchment?
yes. Yes, on the
I'm gonna
vanity
go over
there
to
is.
the I'm gonna go over to the vanity, and in Celestial, I'm going to write, "Hello, my name is Penny," in Celestial, and then tuck it into one of the first pages of the Elvish for Dummies book.
Okay. While
Just
you're
as a
doing
cute little
that,
note for Cricket later.
what's your passive investigation?
Passive investigation is an 11.
Roll an investigation check.
Come on, Petty.
I want to go very Mavis-y and find things by accident with Penny. That was almost an 18. But unfortunately, can I change any of this? Do I have any feats? I am
Okay.
not lucky.
Mm.
I am not lucky. I am not Pact of the Tome. Uh,
Are you Pact of the Talisman?
Nope, I'm
Oh.
Pact of the Blade, my guys.
I go
While
blade
you
myself.
were praying, I was studying the blade.
Thank God you said it, Arson. I was holding it back.
That is a 3 investigation.
Nice.
There was such a slow roll from the momentum carried the 18 to the 2. It was so
Ooh.
slow. I watched it happen and I cringed internally. I was like, no!
Lathandar
watches over you.
Not this time, Penny.
Let me
Not
do
this
something
time,
really
darling.
quick. Let me do something really quick.
So yeah, it's a
So
3
funny.
total.
Okay. Let me just do some rolls really quick.
If it's a perception, that would be a 4. If it's insight, that would be an 8. If it's intimidation, that's a 10. Could I intimidate the mirror or persuade it to show its secrets?
No, you take the sheet off the mirror.
No,
you do
it
that?
wasn't my main. No, it wasn't my main focus in the moment. I think I'm going back to the bookshelf if nothing catches my eye immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me do another roll. Hold on.
Okay.
God,
Penny's about to get zapped into the ghost zone.
I hope that happens, because that'll be funny as hell.
Alright, time to roll up a new character.
Where are my
Penny's
notes?
trapped in this dimension.
Where are my notes? Hold on. Where's my private notes? My notes. Here we go. Okay. With your passive investigation,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you a bone here.
Okay.
You're lucky the dice wanted me to throw you a bone, because I'm like, nah, fuck that. That'd be funnier.
Reading the dice like tarot cards. I love it. I'm not gonna use that.
You look over Cricket's bed. You're about to leave, and you're just kind of idly. I don't know. You're surveying idly. Yeah, you're idly kind of just like looking over everything, and it catches your eye that Cricket's bed is a little raised up on like, a bed frame.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're kind of just like looking everything over, thinking about how nice it was to have like tea and everything with Cricket, and like you see that their bed is very well made, nothing unusual. The servants probably see to that.
Mm-hmm.
But you notice there's just a slight lift near one corner, as if something was shoved underneath there.
Are you gonna find Cricket stash?
Or
Of
their
I
what?
feel like
diary.
I feel like with how much work the DM is putting into trying to get me to look into something, I feel like I should look into this little stash corner. What- I think, yeah, I think I go over. I'm like going over to like putting in this two to work, going back over to the desk to put this note away, and I like trip over the corner, like the exposed frame of the wood that normally would be covered by sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I glance at it, tuck the note away, and then go back to it. And I'm gonna do that thing where you like do like half a worm onto the ground and look under. The
Yeah.
perfect music is playing for this moment.
So, so tucked in the eaves, I guess you could say, the boards of Cricket's bed looks to like
Mm-hmm.
be a small leather notebook.
Oh, it's the diaries follow you, Kate. You unintentional.
God. I didn't even mean to look for this one. I was highly encouraged to investigate this secret place.
Let's find out how
Sure,
great
that's
of
what
a
they
friend
all
Penny
say.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Mavis
Um,
possessed you from beyond.
honestly, I think. Hold on. Let me do my own roll for a second. Okay. Penny takes the diary, doesn't open it. I cannot emphasize this more. She does not open the diary. And she picks it up. And is there a drawer in the vanity at all?
Yeah.
Like any drawers?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
gonna open the first drawer and then put it into the vanity drawer.
Okay.
It's like, feel like that should
Is
be
she playing
there.
like fucking paranoia games?
No, it feels like secret things should all stay secret together. No, I think she's gonna actually just leave the diary where it is, but like fix the corner of the bed as she gets up so it looks like nothing's been disturbed since it was made.
Hey, perfect.
Good to know.
Anyway, you can leave now.
I need
Okay, cool. There's no secret door that is triggered by a mechanism in the bookshelf or anything.
to explode.
There's no secret fireball trap in this room. Nothing if I look under the main rug.
A nightmare
No
creature
trapdoors.
emerges from the mirror.
I will say this. Cricket's room. You know what? I'll DM that to you.
Mm.
Oh.
Whispers.
I was just being silly.
Little silly Billy. Yo,
I was
I
being a little silly Billy.
need to get hungry in this room, bro. I just know there's an item in there just absolutely stinking of sadness.
Probably the vanity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Thank. Or maybe the
Um,
diary. What's
There you
it?
go,
Diary.
here?
Ooh.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, perfect.
And I think I am gonna sneak a peek under the mirror cover.
Yeah, you look underneath the mirror, like the sheet that the mirror's over. Just the mirror. You try touching it, Nothing happens. Even if you like pop to detect magic, it just seems like a normal mirror. So it's
Okay.
very
Do I
it's
see
very unclear
any?
why Cricket has it covered.
Yeah. Do I see any sigils around the edge of it?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna cast light as a cantrip.
Okay.
Nothing happens. Like trying to get a better look under the sheet.
No. You can take the sheet off completely, and it's just literally a normal mirror.
That's weird. If I look in it, I don't see anything different on myself. Like
Nope.
if I look into the mirror.
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna cover it back up and then head out to try to meet up with Addie.
Okay. Yep. So, speaking of Addie,
Yep.
Addie,
Yep.
you are finishing up your conversation with Leto. The two of you are just like, what the fuck is going on? Because why is Leto's face on a wanted poster for Hunt's Mark? Unusual. And you are leaving Leto to his business. And you guys went into like a side room, right? Like an unused side room.
I think it was just the like training, like where the training equipment was stored. It was
Yes.
very close to the training grounds, and I think our conversation ended much sooner than the conversation between Penny and Cricket.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which is true. So you leave Litos to his business. And he goes back to training. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna wait for Penny, because that feels mean to just ditch her. I almost think it'd be funny if I sparred with some of the other guards here. See if I also can't kick their asses.
Right. So you can absolutely do some sparring with the guards. The captain of the guard, Captain Roy, Moru, he when you asked him, he's like, of course. We could have some of these layabouts whipped into shape. Um, you do any hand to hand?
It's not my specialty, but
No
I
hand
know
to
a
hand,
little.
no weapons training?
Oh, I'm adept in weapons training, and I pat my rapier. I'm a little more delicate than most. So
Perfect. You can do weapons training and magic training. You can do weapon sparring and magic sparring. I'm sure it will do some of these men good to actually see what a real magic user looks like.
Oh, you flatter me. I'm delighted to help. God, this is gonna be so funny. In walks ditzy elven Addie wearing her high heels.
Considering the fact that the last champion they sparred with was Ember, who absolutely would have not been kind.
And Penny. It was Ember and then Penny
yeah.
and
And then
now
Penny.
Addie. It's just gonna like, what fresh hell is awaiting us now?
The
Oh, she's wearing
unluckiest
heels?
week.
Oh, she's wearing heels? Ah, psh. Oh, she sounds kind of ditzy? Ah, she can't be really that good of a wizard. Joke's on them.
Yeah, so you go and you kick 6 of their asses before they wisen up and stop training with you. And it's in the middle of this that you hear from across the training yard you hear Cricket, and Cricket's voice carries over as she yell she as they yell Leto's name. Give me 1 second.
Oh, Lito's still there too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lito's
he's
got
still
to finish training.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he went to like the cafeteria or something, or to go get cricket. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And everything kind of stops as everyone watches as Cricket runs full tilt into Leto on purpose. And from across the training grounds, Cricket locks eyes with you, Addie. And there's fear that, like you have come to expect whenever you're in Cricket's presence. But under that is also like an emotion you haven't seen before, which is if I can remember what it's called.
Flipping the middle
Determination.
finger.
Flipping the bird.
No. Cricket does not. I don't even think that's a thing in Sihonavan, to be honest.
Determination.
Uh
Stoicness.
no. It's anger and it's
Enmity?
also
Wariness?
Enmity?
animosity. Animosity is a good one for it. That's not the word I'm looking for, but yeah, animosity and I am not going to look up a list of emotions. I'm not going to do that because I don't need to.
It's alright. I have
It
a
is
sticker with a bunch of emotions labeled on it. Here, let me pull it out for you. Okay. Resentment. Indignancy.
resentment's a good one for it. Basically, they do not. It is their on-site type of like
Detest.
if no, like if they were um I guess the closest thing would be fury and outrage is what you see on Cricket's face. Um just right underneath the fear. Um and you have a distinct feeling that if Cricket really wanted to, they would try to blast your ass in the next Tuesday.
They are welcome to
And
try.
they're not going to, of course. But um Cricket grips you can see that Cricket is like kind of holding Leto
Oh,
by the arms.
sorry. No. I think Leto would have gone. I think you had said Leto had left to go talk to Trailerine like I had advised him to. But again, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, he still has to finish his training, so he could do that later.
Okay.
Like right after this, basically. And you can't hear their conversation. But you see Leto kind of gently pull away from Cricket before putting his own hands on their shoulders, as they talk in hushed tones. And what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 17, but I do have observant, so I can read lips.
Didn't know that. So around you, you can see a few of the guards just kind of like roll their eyes because it's just like, oh yes, uh, Leto's quote unquote charge, wink wink nudge nudge, is interrupting. Probably not for the first time. You see one or two kind of sneer, like in disgust and also annoyance. And you see Captain Moru kind of like sigh to himself, like, all right, we need to wrap this up and like leave. Like, come on, people. He's just kind of exasperated, but not like in an angry way, just kind of like in a I'm too old for this shit type of way. But yeah, you can read lips. Didn't know that. Cool. So you know that Cricket is basically asking Leto what you did to him.
Okay.
Oh, and before I forget, you kind of expected like Leto to try to. They seem very comfortable around each other in the sense of Cricket's horn. Like Leto, they are moving so Cricket doesn't accidentally like stab him. But you can see that Cricket is asking Leto what you did to him, and Leto's like, nothing. We just had a talk about um some things. And he glances at you, Addie, and Leto doesn't know that you can read lips, so he says the thing from Greycrest, is what he
Mm.
says. And Cricket nods and says, do you still have what I gave you? And Leto says, yes, of course. I don't go anywhere without it. Now Trailerine is going to be, and he says Trailerine is going to be expecting them soon, so it's best that they shuffle off for the time being. And that's kind of the end of their kind of whispered conversation.
All right. I during that time, not to sort of give away that I could read lips, probably would just sort of raise an eyebrow as Leto looked at me, but more or less kept myself face blank with enough confusion that it conveys.
Give me 1 second.
Playing the game, as it were.
Give me 1 second. Do you mind rolling me a deception check?
Sure. Natural 20 for 22.
Hell yeah.
Or a what?
22.
Okay. Uh, just have to look up something really quick to do some math because I can't do math. For 22?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah. As far as you can tell, Leto is none the wiser that you can read lips. Um, but yeah, with that, they kind of finish their conversation. Leto apologizes for disturbing training, and he will do more sets to make up for it, or more jogging, or more laps, or whatever, to make up for his interruption. And things go back to business as usual.
Mm-hmm.
And you can Leto and Cricket eventually leave the training grounds. They kind of do so immediately after, actually. And you wait up for Penny.
Cool.
I think
And
a few minutes after that is when Penny arrives because she stuck around in
yeah.
Cricket's room for like a couple minutes.
Ah, there
Oh.
you are.
Hello, Addie. How was your chat with Leto?
It went fine. Better than I expected, which is honestly always nice. It's sometimes obnoxious when things take a turn for the worse all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that is a concern that one may have.
Hmm. So, where to next? I have quite a bit of business to be done. that I
Do
need
you
to get
need a
to.
hand?
Well, I don't know if you can help me. It's mostly
Well,
just schoolwork. And then trying to see if I could squeeze in a job.
well, Cricket asked if we could learn Elvish together. And then they were going to teach me Sylvan.
Right. Have fun with that?
Okay. Well, I was sort of wondering if that school stuff you were talking about, we could, go research stuff separately together.
Oh, sure.
Different sections of the library, but same table.
I suppose I don't see why not. If you want to
Really?
include Apprentice Cricket, though, I don't think they'd take you up on the offer. They're not terribly fond of me.
Oh, they made it painfully aware
Yes,
as
well.
soon as I mentioned you.
Yes, well.
Do you know why they don't like you so much?
I.
It seemed a very guttural reaction.
Yes, I have noticed that, and no, I have no idea why they don't like me. At this
Would you
point,
like to know?
I would. Are you willing to betray their trust like that? I imagine you
Well,
learned in potential confidants.
it didn't seem like it was private information for them.
Hmm.
It seemed more a cultural difference that was obvious to them, but not so obvious to those of us who were raised here.
Huh. Well, I won't lie. Having at least a little bit of context would make it easier to put things into perspective. I don't enjoy speculation, and I would like to continue to have a working relationship, as I'm not an official apprentice to trailering, but she is teaching me enchantment. So, we are in close proximity. If there's a way to have whatever tension there is eased, that'd be nice. I don't really like looking over my shoulder every 10 minutes.
Okay. Would you like it to be out here in public or in one of your more private places?
Sorry, just the way you said it. I'm such a fucking child. I'm so sorry.
10-year-old boy core.
Best to probably have it at my home. I'm not a fan of speaking about sensitive topics out loud. And I look around at the other guards who are probably being a bunch of nosy fucks.
Oh, absolutely.
Didn't
I
the
reach for my
good
scythe
captain-
and threaten one of them. It's like,
we're both
back
like,
off!
yeah, we both glare at someone like, mind your own fucking business.
Step off! You got your
This is a
asses beat.
castle. This is a castle. There's a bunch of nosy fucks in a castle.
Yeah, that's why Addie doesn't want to have this conversation in the castle with a bunch of nosy fucks here. It's probably just Addie's just like, your footwork is very poor, dear. You might want to fix it before the good captain catches you. Focus on your own training, not other people's business.
Don't
Let's
forget to
doesn't mean
block
any brownie
before you parry. If you get hit, your parry is useless. Goodbye!
Not winning any brownie points for the guards, but that's okay.
Don't
long as they
care.
have-
They suck.
Yep, they sure do.
This is Ember and Henri's domain. They can be friends with the guards.
Yeah. Penny and I are here to be like, your footwork sucks and you should feel bad.
I feel like Henry would take these guys to a hospital if we tried sparring with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Penny and Addie would just leave them to suffer because they
Yeah.
deserve it.
Yeah, they do. They would. They're awful at their jobs.
Listen, Sihonavan isn't exactly rolling in able-bodied people nowadays.
Oop.
Sure,
Like,
but that's I don't know, maybe their problem right now. We don't have to worry
But
about. We don't have to touch on that topic of conversation.
yeah, as you guys leave Castle Dalen, we're going to shoot back to Ember really quick. I do want to say that Ember's thing is kind of like in the future a little bit,
That's fine.
because it takes a couple of days to get from Castle Dalen to Zixclasia, and then
That's fine. I guess I've got all the info I need. Immediate area. Then how many days left do I have in this
oh, let me consult the calendar.
I think today is Huntsmark. Or
Well,
tomorrow. I don't fucking know.
remember it took us like a day to get to Morgana, so it took like 2 days to get to where I am.
Yeah,
So
I understand.
I'm like past Huntsmark.
I understand. It's sort of like a base point for.
Yeah, you're on day. Let's see, you're on day 209.
Okay.
Yeah, Friday.
And what day does this break end?
Fuck. I know it. I know it. I'm looking at the calendar. Day 214. So you're on day 209. You have 5 more days.
Okay. And roughly how long would it take to get to Queen's
End?
Yeah, Queen's End.
You don't know where that's at.
Shit. Okay.
You never heard of that before. They told you. It's not one of the clans in Zixclasia. It's just a place where this rogue group apparently congregates, but no one's exactly sure where it is.
Okay. Then I guess what I'm gonna be doing next is relatively simple. Just going to be basic reconnaissance. Sort of expanding outward from the Sisterhood's territory. Doing that for effectively another day before I start heading back to Nova. And because Henri did invite me, I'll try and make it to Amos like the day before the break ends, so we can all go back to Nova together.
I'm just getting the roll 20 up. Sorry, I forgot that. We might need it.
Like 2 seconds, I'll be right back.
Yep. There we go.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So yeah, that'll be. And I can do like just a basic investigation or something. But because the gist I got was I've got like 2 years to worry about this. I'm not gonna be doing anything super serious. It's truly just gonna be all right. I'm gonna start asking around, like going through other territories, passing through, seeing who answer some questions.
Yep.
But see if
Okay,
I
give me
can't
one.
glean anything interesting.
Where did they go? I had like an entire list of the clan names. Where did I put it? Hello? It's so hard being me.
I also want to say that if anyone at all is like, hey, wait a minute, aren't you the champion from Sihonavan? Emperor's gonna be like, yeah, they tell me I look like her a lot. And brush past it as quick as possible.
No, I look
So
better.
you can go out of the territory of
Sisterhood,
where
yeah.
did they all go? They were right here. Maybe I didn't save it, which is annoying. Yeah, here we go. Let me just get some new ones off of Fantasy Name Generator. The other ones don't exist anymore, I guess. That one's cool. That one's cool as shit. So you are going around through other territories. I imagine you approach it in a very diplomatic way, as some territories are more, as some clans are more territorial than others.
Absolutely. Yeah, being very, very open about my intentions of like, hey, I'm just passing through. I heard about this. Kind of just want to see what the hell is going on. I'm out of your hair immediately, sort of a thing.
Yeah, some clans have no idea what you're talking about, just because they're a little bit more remote than anything else. And Tharja's kind of sightings is past two of the biggest major rivers in Galicia, which, unless you are close over there, you're not really gonna know much. But hold on. The grizzly chainsaws. That's fucking funny. There is one Leonin clan, known as the Silent Death, who take you to their uh their leader, their group of leaders actually, and they let you know everything that they know about Tharja. Nomadic than anything else. They can't be held down. They remind you a lot of the caravans, just a little bit more bloody and less homely.
The Leonins or Tharjas?
Leonins, either Leonins.
Okay. I wasn't sure who you were referring to when you said
Yeah,
nomadic.
yeah, the Leonin tribes in Vexclesia tend to bounce around more often than not. They have a lot of
That's fair.
Leonin skirmishes. There's a lot of skirmishes and, like, I don't want to say wars, but fighting amongst the different clans for territory, for food, for like
Scuffles.
migratory routes of, yeah.
Yeah.
So they take you to, they let you kind of hang out at their camp while their two main leaders are kind of away at the moment. You get some weird look, but you're used to that by now. And when they come back, you almost do a double take, because one of the leaders of this Leonin clan looks like the spitting image of Eridanis.
Okay, interesting. I think
So
they might see me just go, that little bit of like confusion look as I see them. But I don't say anything outright.
You can put it up when you're done.
Sorry. Yeah, you can pretty easily extrapolate that this is one of Leto's relatives.
Eridanis, you mean?
Yes, Eridanis. Leto, Leonin, that's one of Eridanis's he's related. Of course, Eridanis does not dress in the same manner, does not speak in the same manner,
Yeah.
and you feel like he is very much the outlier when it comes to Leonins. Especially these Leonins, who come back with the carcass of like a very large boar held up between like a log basically, and they hand this boar off to somebody else to start dressing it for presumably food for the day. And another Leonin introduces you to these two leaders who definitely have a name, and I just need to get it really quick because I forgot. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Fantasy name generators. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, here we go. Perez and Brexo are the names, and I'll put that in the chat.
Thank you.
See, I don't know why this is doing this. Because every time I reload fantasy name generators, my names go away. On saving mode.
Huh.
I'm not sure why it's doing this. Okay, so I'm just not going fucking nuts then. This is kind of annoying. Because I don't remember what I just called them just now. So they're just going to be the line association. And one of them leaves, but one who looks like Eridanis the most stays. And he says, Tim, Shifter, what do you need with our clan?
Really, nothing much. I'm just passing through. I was hearing some concerning rumors about all these groups vying for Exclesian leader, king, queen. And in the interest of well-informed as well-armed, I was wondering if anyone else had any more information on them.
This will lean in who says, my name is Brexo, and you can step inside of one of our buildings with me so we can discuss this.
Yeah, and I'll be out of your hair right away, I promise.
So Brexo leads you to a hut, basically tells whoever's inside to get out, and turns to you and says, I assume this is about the werewolf queen over the Twin Rivers, past the Twin Rivers.
Among others, she is the concern, yes.
Well, what do you want to know about her?
Um,
My group was it wasn't too long since my group was over that way, and we heard plenty and saw plenty.
I mean, the information that I have now is that she is a dire werewolf. I'm not even really clear how that happens. She's ruling by fear, and that she's forcibly turning people turn them to her side. But I've also heard something about this Werebringer. She seems to be championing. If you know anything about that.
Roll me a religion check.
Ooh,
Would that
okay.
be religion? Hold on.
I mean,
Am I
I've
rolling to
told-
convince them to tell me this information? Because I know about, I know what
You're
Addie told me.
rolling. You're rolling to discern. I think that's more of a nature check. You're rolling to discern what you know about Leonins and religion, in their relationship to religion.
Would that be insight?
Would that be insight? It's not specific to these Leonins, it's just in general.
Maybe it's in history?
History, yes.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah! Natural 20 for 26.
Woo!
Can you repeat that? You broke up for me.
Natural 20 for 26.
Perfect. So, you know that Leonins very rarely devote themselves to the service of gods. Any god. You haven't even seen Eridanis, where any of the do anything that denotes his allegiance to any god in particular. Not Kelvamore, not Salune, not Maestra, not Azoth, not any of them. And you know that centuries ago, I'm basically reading off the Leonin race here. Centuries ago, the Leonins worshiped the same gods that humans do, but after many of their prides suffered depravities, most Leonins reject the gods. It's not that they deny their existence, of course, because the gods are very much real, especially in the setting. It's just they don't see them worthy of worship, of devotion.
Right, yeah.
And you mentioned this Werebringer, and Brexo, he sneers and says, "This Werebringer is just as worthy of uh of worship as any of these other gods. Sarja is delusional and a tyrant, and I would see to it that she dies slow and painful death."
I'm not arguing that point, but I just want to know what you know about this women. Oh. When I first heard of it,
Apparently, this Were. There you can go.
just when I first heard of it in relation to Sarja, it was the first I'd ever heard. I'm just looking to get some context.
Brexo regards you with a tilt of his head, and he says, "What do you know about the religions of Zixclesia?"
In truth, not much. I haven't lived here since I was 10 or so. And I was raised in a pretty isolated setup.
To nothing.
Pretty much.
Well, you're in luck, because unfortunately, I had a brother once, and he thought the gods were worthy of worship, and did his research. And I loved my brother, so I entertained his flights of fancy and his lectures on these gods. What I know is that there was the first god of Zixlesia millennia ago, that brought lycanthropy in order to soothe the bite, for lack of a better term, of weakness, purging it out, one humanoid at a time.
See.
He was known as this Werebringer was known as the first god of Exclesia. Far longer, and as unworthy as he is for worship, he was admired by many a people who lived amongst our forests and amongst our rivers. And this is long before the Arvosite Peninsula was what it is today. And that's all I know.
See. Thank you for telling me that. This is non sequitur, but I perhaps maybe have met your brother, depending on whether or not he looks like you.
Oh,
Did he go south to Sihonavan?
yes, in fact, he did. Took his child and left our clan, renounced our ways,
Yeah.
and sought to seek a better life with your precious gods.
Hey, I hold up the platinum crescent. At this point I'm beginning to question my faith towards Selune, and I don't really follow the Sihonavan gods much anyways.
Teehee. And then Brexo says, "Good choice. There is nothing to be gained from worship of the gods.
Yeah, I know someone
They
you'd get
will allow
along.
you to suffer. You can be
My
allowed to
man.
suffer 1,000 indignities before they even think to lift a finger."
I know someone you'd get along really well with.
My man.
But yes, I have met your brother. If you're I don't know if you'd want to know or not, but he is doing well. At least, well, he's alive. This is the long and short of it.
As much as I can hope for pathetic whelp like him.
Okay, I can see there's no love lost there. But thank you. That was good to know. I will be heading back to Sihonavan soon. Is there anything you'd like me to pass along?
At that, Brexo, he does seem to soften a bit, and he says, "Give my niece my regards."
He has a daughter? This is Ember
Did I
in
say that
character.
Aerodontica has a son?
This is
Oh,
Ember in character is like, he has a daughter?
yes. He- as far as I'm aware, she is in schooling in your town, but she is known to walk amongst the castle that you have.
Well, this is news to me. I will pass along your regards.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Brexo
Ember's
takes
just
squeeze.
like, goddamn, okay.
Brexo sees you out of this hut and sends you on your way. And that is the most information that you pretty much get without getting too close to Zixclesia. to Tharja's whereabouts.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, and if that's, I think Ember can pick up on that. Also, the fact that she doesn't have a lot of time, and will, get her stuff together and start heading south to Amos.
Yeah. You guys are Honori and Till. Was there anything you guys wanted to do? Because I could just have Ember come straight there.
Nothing comes to mind right away. How about you, Arson?
Unless the children are gonna fucking snitch on my changelingness, none.
No, I think Alpha is gonna wake up Till at like 5 in the morning, pre-dawn. Hey, sibling Till.
What?
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Why do you look so much like Daddy?
Hey! Oh my god!
Just he asked me instead of being so funny, one of the kids asked, so I indulged him.
I don't look like him.
You have the same hair.
I can ask your father. Rolls over. Goes back to bed.
Not the ask your father. Wait, sibling Till. Wait, I have another question.
What?
Where do babies come from?
Ask your mother.
So Till has to pause. It has to truly. I'm rolling to see if Till is awake enough to register that this is a child asking the question.
Oh
Hey,
no.
Oh god.
Hey, sibling Till. Hey, sibling Till.
What?
I have another question.
What?
Why is it called orange?
Oh my god.
I'm rolling at disadvantage.
Oh
And then I'm -1 wisdom.
Oh no. This kid's gonna get
no.
the talk.
At 6.
Yeah. So when a mom or well, I mean that's not really a designator. But a person with a womb and a person
What's a
with
womb?
Oh fuck, you're 6. Go ask your mother.
When two people love each other very,
Very
much.
much. They
Well,
hug
first they
each
never got
other
the
for a
talk, they learned it
long
from sailors.
time.
And
So
play
none of them
wrestling.
got the talk. They learned this from like 1, they're like private tutor, and 2, sailors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll go ask Mama.
Also, ask your
I'll-
father why I look like him up here. Good night.
Good night. It's actually almost morning, but good night. Dad,
Yeah.
Daddy, Dad. Dad,
Wait, are
poking you
awake?
very hard in the kidney. Dad, Daddy.
I think waking up hungry like that, he does that whole that thing that parents do.
The old man, like
Yeah.
Exactly. And he's up ready, almost ready to throw hands until he sees it's his kid. So
Daddy,
Alpha, what do you want? It's the middle of the night.
it's this many in the morning. Holds up 5 fingers. It's almost morning.
Well, the sun ain't out, so it's night to me, okay? Can you go back to bed?
But I have a question.
You can leave your questions for the morning.
I
Or
don't know
ask your
how to
mother.
write, and I don't. Mama! Hey, Mama! Mama!
No, don't.
Mama!
Ask her in the morning
Mama!
when she's awake.
Mom! It is morning!
Yes.
Why-
Yes.
Why does sibling Till look like Daddy?
Okay, I'm
And
taking
Katie, like,
I'm taking
roll-
Alpha back to bed real quick. Grab Alpha
Whee!
and zoom the fuck out of that room.
That seems like you're avoiding the question, Henri.
Boom. I am swooping up that little kid.
Hey, Daddy.
What?
I have a question.
What?
What's a womb?
I'm sorry, I can't take this shit seriously.
We broke him.
This is what you asked for.
The fucking womb.
Is it like an orange?
Yeah. It's just like an orange.
Okay.
Okay. Are you gonna go back to sleep now?
Wait. I have one more question.
Alright, this is your last one now.
Why are you such a poopy head? Pokes him in the nose.
I fucking hang his ass upside down, bro. I do that shit where I hang him up on a coat rack or some shit. and fucking tickle him like crazy. If I'm a poop head, you're the king of poop heads. You little poop head.
I like that Kate is fucking cutting out.
Yeah.
I'm speaking in a very loud and high pitched voice. I apologize. Anyone wearing headphones, I apologize.
You just
I'm not a poopy head.
Yeah,
You're a poopy head.
poopy head. Now you gotta go back to fucking sleep. And I wrap him up again in that blanket burrito thing, Henri style. No escape. And I
No
tuck him
slumber.
off in the corner of his bed.
Are you
I imagine,
satisfied,
like, this is
Justin?
like,
Stop
but
with your
I'm
questions.
not tired. What?
And I leave
Starts
that little shit
snoring.
alone.
Justin, are you satisfied now? Is this what you wanted?
Always.
Okay. All right, that'll be $5.
Yeah.
I've Emily you.
You make a fucking bet.
No, he
I
literally
hope
sent
you
me a
know
commission.
that-
An
Can
RP
Ember show up the
commission.
next morning, please, for this conversation that Till is about to ask Henri? Please,
Conversation. What?
please.
So it's the next morning. Henri has made
Ember-
breakfast, and everyone is sitting around the table.
I don't mind if I show up now.
Yeah, and then at the breakfast table, as soon as like the children have left, Till will turn to Henri and go, "Why was your son asking me at 5 in the morning why I looked like you?"
Henri puts a hand on his temple while eating his delicious little brekkie. Before he says, "Don't mind Alpha. He's a bit of a little shit. I'm gonna be honest with you."
Ember, do I look like Henri? Turns to Ember.
I just got here. What?
Literally walks
Okay.
in the door.
Yeah,
Hi,
like, to
Ember.
be
Yeah,
clear,
walks
to
in the
be
door.
clear,
Do I look like Henri?
I don't think I'm even walking.
Hey,
Like,
Ember.
I would knock on the door, kind of a thing.
Till goes and opens it. It's like, Ember, do I look like Henri?
My hand was up as I'm
Great
about
timing.
to knock, and I'm like, what?
Do I look like Henri? Get over here.
Do I look like this scraggly, sad man?
Henri gets up, probably in his morning fucking bathrobe or some shit like that. Messy ass hair, looking like an absolute dad, or he still has his bowl of breakfast in his hand. He's like, oh, Ember, you came just in time. We're having breakfast.
I think I also came just in time for one hell of a question.
Do I look like him?
Ember looks, pauses and looks between, Till, still, like, baby face, 20-year-old, and Henri, grizzled, scarred, like, 50-year-old.
Defeated,
And it's,
depressed, alcoholic.
it is like, no?
There you go, sweet kid.
Not milking his bowl of cereal
talking
with
out of his ass.
Baileys.
For some reason, his child thought I looked like him.
Yeah, and Alpha was also asking about wombs and oranges. He's a weird kid.
That
I
was
don't know what to tell you.
The womb part was my fault.
Oh. Makes sense
He
now.
asked me how babies were made at that time of the morning.
Hi, happy
he-
hunts, Mark.
Did he tell him? Oh yeah.
No, I didn't.
Just
I don't
wondering.
think, at least.
That would have saved me a talk, but okay. I gesture for Ember to enter while I start making a nice bowl of breakfast for them, since there's always a little bit extra left over.
Oh my god.
Henri strikes me as an overnight oats kind of guy.
Oh, 100%, bro. Not only that, he makes it look trendy.
Of course he does. He's got to post it to his Instagram every day.
Duh.
What?
But yeah,
We'll tell you later. We'll tell you later.
since it's a special kind of holiday, I feel like they have that Disney Channel morning spread.
Oh my god.
Y'all know what I
Danny
mean?
has themed placemats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he invites Ember in. It's like I hope your trip was eventful.
Yeah. It was. Eventful is the wrong word. It was a good trip.
That's good. You visit your dad at all?
Oh yeah. Still hermit in the.
No, Dad. I've been told. It's been interesting.
I'm gonna admit I think if only this would be one hell of a personality clash.
I'm not really a fan of meeting other dads. We kind of just stand around each other, holding a beverage and coughing.
I gotta know. Does Henri do the loud dad sneeze to scare away predators? You know, the dad sneeze.
I don't think he needs. I mean, if he's just in the vicinity, someone just looks at him. It's like, all right, I'm not.
I don't know. I think the question is not so much does he do it intentionally or does he just sneeze
Is
really
it
loudly?
instinctual?
I mean, he's a dad. It had to develop the moment his kids were born. It's just the way of the world.
Ever
So, yeah,
since
definitely.
Order's
order
diaper
things.
change, his nose has never been the same.
So yeah, definitely that would be interesting. Well, obviously your mom seemed to like him, so I'm sure I would too if I ever had the chance to meet him.
Which probably won't happen. It was just a thought. This is the first time I've actually seen him so I was just kind of.
Oh, true. Yeah, maybe I'll be lucky one day. I've heard he's an excellent conversationalist.
I shouldn't make fun of my dad.
Well, he did a very good job with you. So I do wish to meet him one day.
Thank you. How was the holiday? How was it, Till?
Can I count them how the holiday went because of emotional breakdowns, or it was fine?
I'm glad it was fine.
Yeah, well, we got up to a lot of fun things. Took Till on his first hunting trip. Did some fishing. Till's really good at making jams. I had no idea he had that skill. And he's been really cooking it up this week. So I think we're in for some treats, huh, Till?
Is thinking about the rabbit.
I think
Oh.
I think Ember picked like the immediate hunting trip, immediate downturn in Till's mood. And Ember just like, I'm not gonna lie. Action to my first time. It's okay. It's rough. It's a rough thing.
I'll tell you what, that rabbit was yummy though.
Okay, not helping.
I'm just saying.
It was not helping.
He did a very good job actually. He's
I have to imagine that both Ember and Danny turned to Henri and went not helping at the same time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
reminiscing on that meal. He's actually not too bad with a bow, believe it or not.
Hey, maybe you can see about not for but for fights, for combat, maybe working on bow skills.
Maybe I'm good with a crossbow.
Great.
Oh,
I mean,
perfect.
it'd be fun to learn a new skill just for the sake of learning a skill.
Sure, I don't wanna the bunnies.
You don't have to shoot any more bunnies.
It's different when it's magic. Like I can just launch something at people from a distance.
It's a bit more personal when it's a bow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can teach you how to. I can show you how to throw punches later today.
That sounds even more personal.
We can just work on like dummies. I don't know. I'm just trying to help. I'm so sorry. I came here and it's breakfast and things got
You know,
awkward fast.
something I didn't have the chance to show Till here is how to forge a little bit. Would that be something you're interested in, Till?
It sounds cool.
Henri's a smith? Okay.
Wait, Hunter's a what?
Is a smith? Like, has proficiency smithing tools.
Do I? Let me. I do not. No,
Oh.
I don't.
It would be so cool if I had proficiency in smithing tools, wouldn't it?
That would be cool. But yeah,
Surprise, Alpo is actually proficient in Smith's tools.
Oh, jeez.
The 6-year-old, yeah.
But yeah, maybe we could see what we could wrangle up in the forest, some mushrooms and whatnot. Promise we won't run into any bunnies till.
You can leave that to me.
How about me? Yeah, Del, you should really see Ember's hunting skills. We used to hunt from time to time back when we were in the caravan. Didn't really have to teach her much, to be honest.
Yeah, that's taught to all. It's taught to pretty kids.
Yeah, it was interesting. There was one time where she ran on all fours. I don't know what we were hunting before, but she just absolutely hauled ass. Never seen hunting quite like that before, but I mean, it got the job done somehow.
It got the job done, didn't it?
Yeah,
What's wrong with running on all fours?
it's a little foreign to me. I don't exactly have the build for that, but
Feral child.
maybe you could show Till. I give Till a playful pat on the back. No, we can do some foraging. But yeah, did you learn anything interesting while you were up north?
I looks around at the family breakfast and is like, I don't know if this is conversation you'd want to have like children.
I think Henry puts an ear upstairs, and with his dad hearing, his dad vision, he can hear probably all three of his kids fighting with each other post breakfast. You know, they got that juice sugar.
Oh,
He's like,
I
I
assumed that
think-
everyone was still at the table for breakfast.
I feel like if they were, they would have
already.
swarmed you.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
kids
fair.
left already.
Okay.
I think the kids are plenty busy.
Okay. Well.
Sound of glass smashing on a wall. Mom!
I'll go get that.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I don't know what Ember doesn't know why she's apologizing. She's just apologizing.
You're the other kid upstairs.
But Ember continue. Well, turns out Tharja's not the only one. A war is brewing in Sicily. A civil war that will eventually, I suspect, turn a war with Sihonavan. And Tharja's not the player.
Well, of course. Chaos is a ladder after all, I guess.
There are 3 potential vying king or and a 4th. His motives are a little unknown about them. But it should be noted that one of these groups is in Sihonavan.
Interesting. I mean, how serious do you think this all is?
At the moment, it's serious in that Tharja is forcibly turning people.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, and the lycanthropy curse is not an easy to cure. So forcibly turning people is a big deal.
Oh, true.
Not to mention that I know that the group Sihonavan is acting as a bit of a border control, an illicit border control between the Blinds and Sihonavan.
Do you know how widespread her influence is? How many people she's possibly turned?
I don't know anything about numbers. She seems to be, for the most part, relegated to the eastern half of Sicily. There is another one to the northern, in the northern region. And then I don't know where this 4th group is.
So, I wonder what the Archmage's thoughts on all this is.
I don't know if she's aware, and if she is aware, I think she'd think it's anything serious. The moment it's individually serious, not one big problem yet.
True. Especially when you compare with all this artifact business.
Yep. And the problem with forcibly turning people is that each person that is forcibly turned can forcibly turn more. Exponential problem.
No, it's true. Huh. I mean, I wonder what her end game is. You know, obviously turning someone is one thing, but how do you ensure that you have their loyalty?
Fear. The first few months, maybe even years after a turning is a confusing time. Any sort of support, any sort of perceived help, people can latch onto.
Oh, interesting.
Control of yourself forcibly turned for night to every month.
Yeah, that is very concerning. It's one thing when you have the occasional lycanthrop, but I mean, if she's as intense as you say she is, and obviously there's also the snowball effect that you mentioned, this could get out of hand very quickly.
Not to mention that there's potentially someone in Greycrest acting against the interests of the country, a traitor in a position of power,
Really?
potentially actively contributing to the problem.
Oh, troubling times we live in. I mean, part of me was half expecting all this.
I knew about. Well, we learned about Tharja, Naralune, and I knew about the group in Sihonavan from before. The other two other ones are new. The fact that there is so many is what's concerning me.
And is Tharja, isn't she connected to Saloon in some way?
No. Connected to a different god altogether. One more exclusive to Sikhs.
What god might that be?
Someone known as the Werebringer, essentially responsible for first strains of like all the Were curses.
Interesting. When I have the chance, I'll look into that.
Please.
Yeah, definitely. Might have something in my records somewhere. Not here exactly, but somewhere.
Sorry, Taylor, I know that this might not be entirely
Still has like
relevant.
a spoonful of food halfway towards their mouth. This is like, oh. I stopped listening. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry to talk about things that I don't know feel excluded by.
I mean, it's less like excluded and more just confused.
We might Sihonavan might be facing a war on another front.
Oh,
soon,
ooh.
within 2 years.
That's and based on how quickly we've been able to resolve the current one, that's not great.
No. Add to it the fact that people can become werewolves if they aren't careful. And the problem becomes daunting.
Yeah. That's when world crime against people start.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure how much help she would be, but you should definitely bring it to the Archmage's attention.
I was planning to.
Yeah. Hopefully she has been looking into this and maybe can provide you with some more insight.
Yeah. At the very least, I was planning on telling her about the general problem. Some of the specifics I don't feel comfortable sharing yet.
No, makes sense. Well, it's very
Also,
good of you.
I
to leave
met
your break to-
Eridonis' brother.
Oh, I didn't know he had a brother.
I didn't know that either. Also,
Did you know this
Eridonis has
man
a daughter?
Yeah, yes!
Right. Huh.
This man fuck.
I wanted to say that. I don't know if I can say this.
Have either of you
Yeah.
seen another Leonin around the castle? That looks
DM,
like
have I
Eridonis?
seen?
Have I seen another Leonin around the
Because
castle?
I do tend to stay in the castle rather than Addie, so I don't know if I have more exposure
Nope.
to the people of the castle. No? Okay.
Nope, you haven't seen any little lean-in kids around the castle.
Have I seen Eddie at social functions? Or a child connected to Adonis that is pinging as a changeling?
No.
Okay.
No, I can't say I have.
Interesting. Okay. Sorry, I ran into a clan of Leonin, and I was very surprised to learn they were Eridonis' old
Yeah,
family.
very, very good people. That's interesting. Yeah, who knows? I guess he's a private fella.
Yeah, that's one way.
You think he's like married or something and we just don't know?
I have no fucking clue, man.
Yeah, at this point.
And if it weren't for Mavis, no one would know Henri was married with kids.
If it weren't for Mavis, I wouldn't even be there.
Yeah, exactly.
But neither would but Ember and Till would not be at Henri's house right now.
True that. That is true. Also, the great news: Till can finally make oatmeal without burning it.
That is fantastic news. Good job, Till.
Woo!
Here's to you, Till.
Woo!
Woo, yippee. But yeah, are you going to be staying with us?
I figured it's probably better if we, probably more efficient if we all go back to the castle together tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If you have the space for me, if not, I could.
No. Listen, your presence was missed this whole week. I'm glad you were able to make it at least here at the end.
Yeah, I figured I'd stop in and say hi.
Well, I want you to do more than that. I want you to take part, have some dinner with all of us. I've enjoyed having Till here this whole week, and now I'm happy that you've come.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here. And I'm glad that you could have a place for the holidays still.
Yeah, I never celebrated holidays, so this was cool.
Well, the first of many, Till.
Yeah, first of many.
Poor baby Till. Poor baby Till. But yeah, I guess for the rest of the day, probably do some activity like foraging or have a nice dinner later on at the end of the night. Obviously, since it's the last day of the holidays of the holiday of the week, I have Till as my sous chef to test everything he has learned. We cook up a nice dinner, which is going to be extra hectic with Till, Ember, all the kids, and Danny.
I can help like effectively keep the kids entertained. And make it so that they're not running underfoot.
That is quite a challenge.
I think Ember can handle it. But really quick, we are because I know there are some things that Addie and Penny still want to do.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just swoop back over to them.
Return to the past now.
Yeah.
Dude, he just like uncovered a memory from my brain while saying that.
Cozy after.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
So we can go back to the two of you. I know there were some things that you wanted to do, especially Addie.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, I'd like to go to school, please, to learn
Yeah, you can go to
spells.
You can go to college to get more knowledge.
Fuck yeah. The main spell I want to get is Speak with Dead, Private Sanctum, Legend, Lore, and Scry.
I think Penny has Speak with Dead. Do I? No, I don't. Never mind.
Oh, okay. If that is like at all possible. Speak of Dead is 3rd level. Scry and Legend Lore are 5th. I think Mordenkainen's is 4th. Hold on, the minute. Let's see, 4th. Oh, Mordenkainen's is indeed 4th. Yeah, so 1/3, 1/4, 2 5th levels.
Okay, so I would say that learning these is probably going to take you until for what day is it? It's like Hunt's Mark, right? Still in the past.
Yes, I think it's like either day of or day after.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the calendar again.
I think it is day.
Oh, it is day of
Yeah, it's
because Emperor's birthday was
yeah,
the day before.
Yeah.
yeah. So all of these will probably take you a week to learn. So, next week, day 212, 2 days before the start of the rainy season. It'll probably take you that long to learn all of them. But you also, so you can do that. You can go into the college, be like, I'm a champion, which everybody should know already anyway. And
Slay.
you learn some spells. And Penny, what are you doing? You wanted to go with
Mhm.
Addie?
Yeah, I'm mostly hanging out with Addie because I would never say this out loud, but like I'm an anxious little puppy without Till around or whenever I'm not in the temple. So I'm kind of like just hanging around Addie like a scared little puppy almost, but like playing it cool. Because I don't know literally anyone else.
Yeah, and I will say that you can go
Yeah.
back to the castle and talk to Cricket at any time.
Mm-hmm. I think I also want to like put in like Addie's spells take all week to learn because Penny's also like trying to start a conversation and be like, "Hey, yada yada yada," and then give Addie a moral conundrum or like a ha that distracts her from learning spells for like an hour.
Could I actually also
Just
add
every
true?
once in a while.
Could I add true seeing onto that list, or is that too late?
You can get your gem of true seeing with true sight.
I would need to
Did you-
make that.
Yeah, you can make it. It won't take nearly as long.
Yeah, my
It'll
thought
take-
process was I need to learn the spell in order to make the thingy.
In this instance, for what I have planned, no.
Oh shit. Okay.
Terrifying.
Terrifying. How much money do I need to throw at the problem to get my gem?
So, you ask around the college for gem of true sight. You tell them that you talk to some of the professors and things like that, and you tell them that you have the gemstones.
Here's my runic array. I need this to be put on a gem, please. Here's my thesis.
Here's my
Sorry.
thesis for free.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
Yeah, so you ask around, and one of the professors actually recommend you to see the president of the college, Amaris Leai. You know their name by now, because you've met them before. And give me 1 second, I just have to look for something. Um, oh, okay. Here we go. Perfect. And Amaris Leai invites you into their office. And you basically explain to them that you are looking to make a gem of true seeing, of true sight. And they say they ask for you to hold on for a moment as they retrieve something from their adjacent study. So they come back, and Amara says, "So a gem of true seeing, true sight. I'm assuming that this type of gem would be like the spell, but obviously in gem form. Now, you say you have the stones for this. May I see them?
Yes, of course. And I'll
Yes, I can
pull it out.
properly assess them.
Pull them out.
And then yeah, so Amaris gets one of those like those little like monocle things that people use to appraise like diamonds and shit, and meticulously goes through every single stone that you picked up from the shift of the plane of Earth intersecting with Sihonavan in that cave, and selects a good chunk of pure see-through quartz that just has the slightest amount of smokiness to it. And Amir says this should be perfect for it. Now, as a champion, I have something special for you for this Gym of Trucing. This is something unprecedented, and we here at the top college in Nova Ether love our students and other magic users to experiment with their magic items and creation of magic items. We here are setting unprecedented leaps and bounds in the I guess you could say the science of magic. Um, there are just many things we still don't know, many things that we need to seek out, and I would love to help you with this. Now, what I'm about to give you is an eye from a powerful monster. And I think that it's a gem from is an eye from a powerful monster that I personally slayed many hundreds of years ago. And
Mhm.
I think this would be the perfect thing for you to have. It holds great power of foresight, and I'm letting you borrow it in a sense, as you are a champion. And to be completely honest, I have seen your prowess in the colleges, and I have taken note of your prowess in magic casting and learning magical spells and things like that. And I would love if you could research this for me. Just note down pretty much anything that happens while you use this item.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I, the player, am hella sketched out. Um. Okay. Okay. Um. That is. You flatter me, sir. I am deeply honored in your trust in me, and yes, of course, I'd be glad to help you with this research.
And it's settled. Thank you so much for doing this. It really does mean a lot. Now, um, here is the item, and Amir's Lai, they set down a glass vial, and in this glass vial has, oh boy, um, has an eye in it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What's the monster? What is
oh, you can't tell what the monster is. It's just the eye. It's bloodshot, but the iris is also like kind of like a blood red with a darker red. No, what's it called? What's the color part of the eye? The pupil. Sorry, the pupil is like a darker red.
No,
And it
you had it
floats.
right. It was the iris.
Yeah, the iris and then the pupil. So the
Yeah.
iris is blood red, and then the pupil is like a
darker?
darker red that seems to kind of bleed into it, and it's literally just a eye floating in a jar of uh I guess fantasy formaldehyde.
Okay.
Is this the King of Dragonflies eye?
No.
Damn.
Joking.
I
Um.
didn't realize he was missing it for 1,000 years.
Yeah. Really. Um. If you don't mind me asking, so what sort of monster did you pluck this from? I've never seen anything like it's just like fascinated and it's just like looking at it in the like fantasy formaldehyde.
Beholders have true
Ooh.
sight.
Oh, it's from a beholder.
Probably.
Mm.
Hold on, is he like fucking with me or?
I just have to find something that has true sight. Because your boy forgot. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure beholders have that, right?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think. I know ancient dragons do.
Beholder
And then
5
maybe
8
adult dragons.
stats.
What's the question?
Looking for creatures with true sight.
Yeah, I don't think a beholder has it because I'm looking at a stat block and it doesn't say true sight.
There's a easy way to do this. Five tools.
Oh, perfect. I got one. Amir's Lai says, "Oh, crazy thing about that. I was rather wild back in my youth. Very up and up, magic caster. Um, it's from a clairvoyant mind flare.
Oh! Mm-hmm. Okay, now that I have that information, is he fucking with me?
Roll a insight check.
God, I wish Ember was here.
You're getting pretty good rolls today.
Don't you wish
A
you invited Penny with her
10.
+6 insight?
A 10?
As far as you're aware, Amaris is being completely truthful.
Okay. Sorry, I'm writing
And
it
they
down.
say, yeah, and they say I can assist you, of course, in making this magic item. As this is understandably a very delicate artifact that I have for you. Not artifact. I don't know what to call it.
Ingredient?
Spell component.
Yeah.
Ingredient, yeah, that works.
I would be deeply honored. I've already worked out most of the rune work theory. Just need, I suppose, someone to look over it to make
Yes.
sure it's correct. Just
Yes,
think
of
Eddie
course.
would.
I can help you with that. Absolutely no problem. Just pick a day and a time and I will be there.
I think Addie's like kind of a little flustered. I will. Yes, I will finish up the runic array and of course the thesis. Just, I'm so excited. This is so very exciting. Thank you again so much for your time and for this. It's truly an honor.
The honor is all mine. Anything for our champions.
You're too kind, truly. I'm so thankful to just even be able to walk these hallowed halls. To get the opportunity to learn here.
Look, yes, well, Nova Ether's, this college has been the pride and joy of Nova Ether and Sihonavan for far longer than I've been alive. I'm not sure if you know this, but it was one of the first schools ever to be erected here in Sihonavan.
Yes, I do believe I heard about that through the orientation. Um, And I think Addie, it sounds like it's sort of a two nerds sort of going on and on about magic and
Oh
shit
yeah,
like that.
absolutely.
And just for my own clarification, for now, is the eye from the clairvoyant mind flayer more or less acting as a temporary gem of seeing? Or
So what's gonna happen is that once you start making it, basically they're going to fuse together,
okay.
and you will have a blood red eye overlaid, or kind of, like resin. It's kind of gonna be like resined in there. The eye. Okay, so it's going to be the quartz, right? The round, like the cut quartz,
Mhm.
and on either side is going to be the eye, unblinking and staring. And
Okay. No,
you,
thank you.
Ugh.
Oh, good. That's fun.
Okay.
yeah, that's how it's going to look.
So basically, the worst resin project on the planet. Got it.
Yes.
Wretched. Love it. And
Hey, you want a gem of true sight? This is your gem of true sight.
yes, I did. Is it possible to make it during this set of downtime?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's fine. It's only gonna take you a couple of hours. You're a level 11 spellcaster, and the president of the college is helping you. It's not gonna take that.
I guess probably a few days before everyone gets back, just so I'm able to finish my schoolwork. I would probably contact the president again, sort of being like, "Hello, on this day, can we do this thing?"
Yeah. Do you do anything with Penny in the college? Do y'all do anything together?
I probably like very excitedly tell Penny what happened.
Penny nods along, not knowing at all what you're talking about.
Oh no, Penny is my
Oh.
captive audience.
Oh
For-
yeah. That sounds so cool.
I know,
Wait,
right?
what is that?
I'm so excited.
Wow.
Poor Penny.
That's amazing, Addie. Now, do you want to know why Cricket hates you?
Oh yes, that did slip my mind. I get so
Uh,
engrossed.
I mean, if you want to focus on your spell work at the moment, I can wait.
No, I'm done for today. I could do stuff later, but yes, let's go home. Let's go to my home.
Okay.
Penny just returns the Elvish idioms book that she picked out to learn some Elvish from.
No, not them. No, not them.
Oh yes, you don't want to use that. It's terribly rubbish. You'll sound
And-
antiquated.
And Penny says in poorly articulated Elvish, like a bump on a log.
Oh god. No, the pronunciation, you want to go up. You want to, it's flat and then up on the last syllable.
Oh god, it's just a fucking Asian language.
I mean, I personally, my headcanon is that Sylvan is Gaelic, Irish Gaelic specifically. I don't entirely know how Irish Gaelic sounds.
In my head,
generally,
Sylvan
from
is
what I know-
French.
God,
From what I know,
fucking
like,
French.
specifically with my experience with Japanese, like learning Japanese for the
Yeah.
very short time I learned Japanese, that is a language that very much is like canto. It's very much the inflection of where you put it in the word.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm
So if
aware.
you're saying if you're saying
There's a
that with
musicality to it.
Elvish, yeah, it's the fucking TikTok that's gaga, gaga, gaga,
Yeah.
Yeah.
gaga, 3 times of gaga.
Exact. Yeah, it's that exactly. So that happens, and then we get back to Addie's apartment.
Yup.
Or Addie's house, not an
Yup.
apartment. That's disrespectful to Addie and her accomplishments.
Same
Calling it an
difference.
apartment.
Same difference. Bachelorette pad.
Yeah. I think when right before Penny starts discussing it, she's going to pop a ghostly gaze to see if there is anyone listening near any of the front doors or windows. What ghostly gaze can do is it lets me see through walls.
That's sick as fuck.
Once for short rest as an action, I gain the ability to see through solid objects with dark vision to a range of 30 feet for 1 minute. So I want to see if we had anyone tailing us after we've like kind of settled into the house, and see if they've like gotten close to the house to listen in on what we might be talking about.
None that you can see.
Okay. Cool.
Didn't make you roll, so that's potentially a good
Yeah.
sign.
Yeah. Or it's just something I didn't think about. No, I'm kidding.
It's the doppelganger.
It's the doppelgangers again. They're under the floorboards.
Well, if I have a private sanctum at this point, we don't have to worry about people listening.
Ooh.
God, would I have private sanctum at this point?
If it was like the first spell
see.
she picked up.
It's one of the first. Because it's fourth level. I
Only
can
takes
roll
4
for
hours
it.
to learn.
Yeah, make a roll for it because it's I was about to say it's day like it's a week after Hunt's Mark.
Yeah.
So day 212. So in theory you should have but let's see how well you executed. Make an Arcana check.
22.
22, yeah, you can do it pretty well. You practice this one a couple of times in the college, and you pretty much have it you have it down because you were worried the most about having this one or one of these ones. It was up there.
It was definitely up there. Sweet. Oh, yes, one moment. And I will cast I guess Addie's private sanctum. Teehee.
Mhm.
And yeah, Eddie brings out a couple of things. Hold on, I need to get to there it is.
Y'all are doing a lot just for this conversation. Oh my goodness.
I also wanted to give Penny the I wanted to mostly like have it like see how it worked in the house
Oh, okay.
as sort of a like get into the habit of putting this up when here because doppelgangers, fuck those bitches.
Like the again.
But like yeah,
Teehee.
get into the habit of it more mostly. Yes, so there's just like a it doesn't really matter. What did you learn? I'm so curious.
Well, I learned how to say hello, goodbye, the numbers 0 through 10. A couple of common phrases, how to order a drink, how to look for the bathroom.
I was more referring to why Cricket hates me.
Right. Yes.
But those are good phrases, and I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Well. She doesn't like that you work with Maleki. She can kind of smell it on.
All right.
They called her the Dark Goddess. At least that's how they referred to her. Where they're
And does that ring any bells, DM?
It does not.
Really, I can't even do a religion check. Damn. When you say dark goddess, was there any mythos why? Like,
I wanted to
stories?
ask, but I was left alone in their room shortly after your name was mentioned.
Ah. Oh, so that's what that was about in the courtyard or on the training grounds.
Yeah. They seemed very worried about Leto.
Yes, I gathered that as well. Hold
I
Yes,
would like to go back and talk with them.
on. It might be a good time to speak with Trey Lorene. Hopefully I'll have that item made and, well, can more or less clue her in on what's actually going on.
I'm sure the Archmage already knows Cricket's affiliation.
Oh, no, I was more talking about the doppelgangers having kidnapped your predecessor, Mother Mavis, so that Trey Lorene has the whole picture. It's sort of like we could do that at the same time. I could talk to Trey Lorene and you could talk to Cricket.
I thought Mother Mavis went back to the front.
Uh-oh.
Oh, right.
What is this about doppelgangers?
Right. One of the reasons why I cast a spell. I'm so sorry. There's been so much going on lately. Penny, you
Are you
have...
a doppelganger?
No, I am not. And I will... Well, it doesn't... I can't entirely prove it to you right now, I suppose, but I can, more or less prove it to you in a simple manner. And I will fish out the triptych that I have that is dedicated to Maleki. Well, from what I understand about doppelgangers, and I will hand it to Penny to take and inspect.
Mm-hmm.
What I understand about doppelgangers is that they can create whatever is on a person, but they cannot hand a physical object over to that person, to another person. It is like glued to their being because it's a part of them. So we sort of came up with this idea as a way of verification.
How do I know that you didn't steal this object from the cold, rotted corpse of the real Addie?
Do I still feel like an Azamar to you? I'm not entirely sure how that works, but is that sort of bit still there?
It's still there. For
It's
now.
Well, hopefully it stays there, because I don't really want to be taken by doppelgangers. Although not being an asthma would be a lovely development. But that's neither here nor
Why?
there. Don't worry about it.
Do you not appreciate your parentage and the boons it may grant you?
Addie grimaces heavily. All it's has given me is trouble, so no. I'm glad it works for you, genuinely. I would prefer to have not had these, boons, so to speak.
Why?
Reasons.
Are you going to share your reason?
No.
Then why bring it up at all?
Because it seemed a good touchstone for you to know that I'm not a doppelganger. That you seem to be able to sense my
I
Asimov-ness.
see now. I've pried too much. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. It's Addie waves Penny away. To get on to the important things, unfortunately you have walked into quite a giant pile of shit. What you've been told, about Mother Mavis having been sent to the front is false. It is a fabrication to keep the morale of the people up. In actuality, we were waylaid by doppelgangers on our most recent mission, and Mavis was kidnapped. Problem is that we have the champions, which you are now a part of, were unknowingly stalked for quite some time by doppelgangers. We found out after the doppelganger who replaced Mavis revealed their hand. Oh yes, I'll need to speak with their heads. I'll do that later. And I think Addie would go into detail of the encroaching darkness, what happened with the doppelgangers.
Oh,
What was that?
the cult.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
the paragon of the poppy. The stuff about the encroaching darkness, and how those two are related. Like the aboleth, what happened to Ravon. Of course, answering any Penny's questions along the way.
I know you said, DM, I know you said none of this information could be found in the temple's libraries. But what are the odds that Athelstan might have mentioned something similar or possibly related to any of what Addie's telling me in his regaling of his adventures with the boys back in the day?
Yeah, the boys.
Aye.
Me and my boys gonna mess you up. I rolled a one. I rolled a one.
Fuck.
Fuck.
The one was for death saves. Henri's the only one who rolled a nat 20.
In Athelstan's personal anecdotes, anecdotes?
Anecdotes.
Anecdotes.
Yeah. Fantasy
Let's
anecdotes.
see. You know what? No, because
No? Okay.
just
It
because
was worth a shot.
of that, just because of the stuff that happened with Henri, no.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. I just wanted to ask. Penny,
Yeah.
once again, for the second time this week, is your entrapped canvas of information who cannot escape. It's like, oh, I see. The Paragon of the Poppy. Wow, that's really interesting. Oh, wow. That sounds dangerous. Are you okay?
The only difference this time is Addie is like
More
kind of
serious.
more serious and is like laser focused in making sure Penny understands what the fuck she walked into
Yeah.
and is absorbing this information because it is very important that she is aware. It's like
So,
treating Penny as a fellow champion, which is
mhm.
not weird for Addie to be doing because Penny
Yeah.
is, but it might be weird for Penny to be treated like an adult.
I bet the most
Yeah,
interesting part of
it
that
is
story
weird.
is when Henry almost got one-shotted.
Yeah.
No one's
Um,
gonna die.
Penny
Yeah.
just starts asking for all the details about that specific moment.
Where was he standing? What spell
Um,
was cast? You don't have to fully repeat it.
I don't fucking remember, so I can't.
I think towards the end, Penny will ask, this Paragon of the Poppy you mentioned, you think they're a part of the encroaching darkness?
I don't think so. It seems that they are actively worshipping, trying to usher in this encroaching darkness as sort of an apocalyptic cult.
Okay.
I really do need to talk to those heads. Anyway, sorry.
Well, if I'm sorry, this is a little difficult to articulate, but I had a thought when you were talking just now. If the goal of the encroaching darkness is what I seem to understand is world domination, almost. Do you know what their first major target may be?
I have no idea.
Because
Hopefully, I could find that out.
Would I know that Cricket is a light domain cleric at all? If, like, I feel like we probably would have had lunch together a couple times over this week while Addie was...
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
Yeah.
you most likely talked to Cricket more. I didn't know if you wanted to RP that or not. So
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so you and Cricket get pretty close.
Yeah.
This is the closest that you've been to another person other than Till.
Yeah.
And this is the first person that Cricket has gotten close to other than Leto.
Yeah, okay.
So you
Cool.
guys are like besties.
Okay. Besties in the absence of Till.
Yeah. And I also feel like you sat in on some of Cricket's training to Trailerine, like their schooling. Cricket gets taught Elvish, High Elvish by Trailerine, and also some spell work and things like that. So you definitely would have figured out that they were a light domain cleric if they didn't tell you, just by outright seeing like the way that you probably did like a check on their magical signature, honestly, and found out like some things.
Yeah. Would their deity be one of those things that I would have found out? Like who they worship?
Oh, no.
No? Okay, fair. I figured. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, just in case, of course.
Well, it's just a little worrying considering that my father is the god of the sun and creation, and if there's light, you can have darkness, but also it makes me worry for Cricket and what might happen to them. As they
What do you
are,
mean?
well, they also worship the light, or rather, they practice in it. I'm not sure for which god. I haven't asked them directly, and it's a little hard to figure out with so much power exceeding. Could be dangerous. People like us.
Hmm.
The darkness is trying to snuff out the light.
It's entirely possible. To be perfectly honest, it does make me nervous that there's something called the encroaching darkness, and there are two Azimars out and about at similar ages. Wait, hold on. How old are you?
Let me double check. I believe I'm 2 years older than Till. Yeah, I'm 2 years older than Till. I'm 25.
Wait, hold on. I thought Till was like 21.
Yeah, Till's 21.
Oh, 23.
Oh my god. Addie and Penny are the same fucking age. Okay.
That's not ominous at
No,
all.
it's not. Oh my god.
Hee
Um,
hee.
I think Addie like blinks and is just okay.
Is everything all right?
Fine, just peachy.
Well, I'll be
Fucking
24 after the summer solstice.
born on the summer solstice, of course. Solstice.
No, I was born the night after.
Oh,
At least that's what my father told me.
it's close enough. Oh. Okay. Nope, it's fine. Totally fine.
Your expression makes it seem like it's not totally.
It's just like there's a deeply like uncomfortable look on Addie's face. And she sort of just like shakes her head. It's I would rather not say, but yes, it's not actually fine. I'm just trying to convince myself it is, but that's something to revisit when everyone else has returned, I think. All right. Okay. Hopefully the others will get back soon. I would like to have them here when we're questioning the heads.
Okay. Well, it's almost time for lunch with Cricket, so I think I should be going.
All right. All right. Yes.
Send me a message when the others get here, if I'm not back by then.
I will. And I will take down Private Sanctum. Have a good lunch, Penny.
You too, Addie. Would this have counted as a short rest?
Sure.
Yeah, I was telling Penny.
Ending this
Yeah, oh, yeah.
conversation. Yeah, this can be a short rest in between you ending this conversation and getting to the castle.
Yeah. Cool, sick. The only reason I ask is because when I go to have lunch with Penny, I want to get there like a few minutes early so I can pop Ghostly Gaze again and try to peep into the prince's room nearby before going to Cricket's room.
It's like Up a flight of stairs.
See through the floor.
Yeah, I can see through
No,
I can
not-
see through surfaces 30 feet away. Up to 30 feet away.
Hold on, what did I say?
You said it was nearby.
Near the wing of the
Okay.
chambers.
Okay.
So not like the room isn't nearby, but the wing is nearby.
Okay. How if I go to it, how populated does it look?
Abandoned.
Cool. I'd like to sneak around a little bit.
Oh my god.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Mission Impossible, Penny.
Perception?
God, I wish Petty had invited me along. This would have been
doom,
so
doom,
funny.
doom, doom, dun, 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 dun,
I could have
dun,
cast seeming on us. Like,
Roll that perception check.
Ooh, okay. Perception is 18.
Hey, great. So you're sneaking around. And you're sneaking. And you're sneaking.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And before you go to open the door, or
I don't
like
need to.
not open the door, but you can tell throughout the deceased prince's wing of the castle,
Mhm.
abandoned and everything like that, there are several modified alarm spells.
Oh.
Because alarm usually lasts for 8 hours. These are modified to last intermittently, like up to 2 days before they're recast.
Okay. Would I be able to tell what would trigger them? Like just anyone who isn't a specific person, or is it like type based?
magic in the area.
Yeah, whether any of them are inactive, so I can like scoot around in the inactive areas.
Oh, it looks like it is set to notice all creatures.
Okay.
Okay. Is that just outside the room or throughout the whole wing?
Throughout the wing, there are like closed doors that all have like these high-level alarm spells
Oh,
cast on them.
gotcha. Okay. Then I'm gonna go up to the fanciest door and pop ghostly gaze to try to see what's going on inside.
The fanciest door?
What would be the prince's door?
Okay, so the prince's door,
Mhm.
oh man. The prince's door is up a flight of stairs in the tallest tower.
Of course it is.
In the highest
What
room
is
in
this
the
man?
tallest tower.
What is this man? Sleeping
Is this
prince?
is this man
No.
Fiona from Shrek?
Might as well go check it. Maybe he's sleeping there.
Yeah.
No, so you pop ghostly gaze,
Yeah.
and it's just a room.
There. Can I see
There
anyone
looks like
inside?
there's white. No, it looks like there's just white sheets over
Uh-huh.
what you can see from the in suite. White sheets over the couches and the armchairs, and there's an empty bookshelf. Doesn't look like there's anything in here. But with that 18 perception check,
Mhm.
you can tell that it's been dusted recently.
Okay, so people are coming in to keep it clean. Okay.
That's what it appears like.
Within 30 feet of me, can I see if there are any secret passages? Like servants' hallways or anything?
Yeah, there are servants' hallways. But you can tell that those are also alarmed.
Okay. Cool. Then I'm just gonna head back to Cricket's room for lunch.
Yeah.
And chit chat.
Cricket meets you and they say, Penny, how are you today?
Good afternoon, Cricket. I say in improving Elvish.
Oh, hi. Hold on. You know what? No. And
That's
Cricket
as
says to
far as I
you,
got.
And Cricket says to you in Sylvan, how is the weather today?
I say, I'm trying to think of two random words that could sound very similar but are not in that language. Instead of sunny with a nice breeze, I say the trees are having a nice walk. Like, completely using the wrong verb. Incorrect nouns.
It is odd that you say that because it is a common phrase amongst my kind. But I don't think you know what you said.
What? I
See?
thought I said that it was sunny with a cool breeze.
No, you said the trees are having a nice walk.
Oh. I think I see what I did wrong. I'm not the
And Cricket's
best
like,
at conjugating verbs.
and Cricket's like, oh yeah, neither is Cricket. But then they switch into Celestial, which you also speak and write proficiently.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at this point, you two are like, what? It's a Spider-Man meme. Celestial. And that's how a lot of your conversations really go.
Just kind of practicing
As
with
you
each
float.
other.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular you want to do with Cricket? Because I will be moving on after this. We will be moving on.
I had two questions I wanted to ask. The
Okay,
first
fire
one
away.
is, can I ask who you worship, where your magic comes from?
Oh. I'm not sure if I'm permitted to say.
It is
You
not
see,
your information to share.
it is complicated because I do not know if I told you this, but I'm not of age.
Of age for what?
I don't think I'm considered an adult. I am not considered an adult by my people. And there are certain rituals and rites that we perform. Of course, I am a little powerful as a light domain cleric. However, I was born into this role, I guess you could say. Have you shared that you're an Azamar to Cricket?
Could you have Cricket make a persuasion check for me?
Yeah, sure. I would just pull up the character sheet. Fuck. You hit me with the with the reverse.
With
Damn,
the Uno reverse. Hit him with the Uno reverse.
Yeah. Hold on, what's Cricket's persuasion? Oh, yikes. Alright, come on, dice. Come on, dice.
It's not a high DC.
That's a 14?
Yes, Penny has told them that she's an Asimar.
Okay. I'm not an Azamar like you. But I will be the longest lived of my people for many years as their caretaker and their leader. Um, well, when I get back. Um, of course, I will have to perform the rites and everything, but our worship is something that is very close to us. And not to say that you are not my friend. I appreciate your company, but it is not for outsiders to be aware of.
I understand. There are rituals at the temple that are treated similarly.
Oh, that is good to know.
One more question.
Yes?
Your vanity mirror? I am still curious about why you keep it covered.
Oh,
If it
and
is
Cricket looks
along
at the. Oh, sorry. You can go.
if it is of a similar nature as your patron, then I would not press further. But
No, nothing like that. And Cricket looks at the covered vanity, and you can see their ears twitch with anxiety. And they simply say, they look at you in the eyes, and they say, "I do not trust mirrors." And that's pretty much all that they say on the matter.
I think Penny
Yeah.
will change the subject. Kind of seeing the hint of fear in their eyes, and change the subject to something more lighthearted, and finish lunch, and then rejoin Addie.
Yeah. So, the day before the rainy season, did anyone want to do anything else before we move on?
I mean, that day is also Mavis's birthday. Just saying.
Oh no.
Oh
I don't think any of us
Oof.
do that though, except for Henri.
Yeah, I mean, with
Wait, let me double check.
what can I really do? Hey, let's
I thought
celebrate
Mavis's birthday was in the beginning of the year.
I might be wrong. I just
I thought it
remember
was
her birthday being the day before like a very rainy holiday.
it's either the anniversary of the prince's death or the day of heavy rain. You said one of those two.
It's the day of heavy rain. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, whoa,
Wait, no,
what?
isn't that Till's birthday? Hold on.
Hold on.
No, day of mourning.
Mavis and Till share a birthday?
Wait, hold on.
No, let
Oh
me.
wait,
I need to
I
pull up the
think
calendar.
Mavis's birthday would be day 9 in Ezekiah's. Day 9 in Ezekiah's. So yeah, right before the day of
Yeah,
heavy
no,
Yes,
rain.
mine's
it
the
is.
day of heavy rain.
Yeah, never mind. Forget I said anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
We're at the
I
rainy
specifically think it's
season,
a
not the
sad
day of
day.
heavy rain.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, bitch, just get your own sad birthday.
I've got nothing though.
I mean, I
No,
want to talk.
neither.
I want to talk to the heads, but I want everyone to be there for it.
Daddy, don't leave, please.
I
Don't
will
leave.
get to say no, we're not doing that. I will get to say you will get to talk to the heads. I just
Yay!
want to get to the next part because we won't be playing for like 3 weeks, and I just want to lead forward with that when
Oh,
next
sure.
time we play. Is that okay
Yeah.
with everyone?
Wait, are you saying you want to try and do the heads tonight or
You guys, okay. So
I'm-
what I want to do is debrief you on the next plane.
Gotcha. Okay. We're
Okay.
good. I'm good then. I understand.
Yeah. You will get to talk to the heads. I just want to get this sorted first. So it is. I'm gonna have to update the calendar. That is no problem. It is day 214, start of the rainy season, and all of you, Ember, Henri, and Till, you guys make your way back to Sihonavan, and Addie and Penny, you guys, Sihonavan, Nova Ether, and Penny and hey, you guys are already in Nova Ether.
Yeah.
And I imagine you guys meet up probably at Addie's house, like have like tea and cookies, start talking about the less heavy things, trying to gear up into the more serious conversations that you guys want to have with each other when your when your sending stones go off. And it is Trailorine. And she says, "Hello, champions. Hope that the holidays have been kind to you. I need you all immediately here in Castle Dayland. We will be debriefing you on the next plane. Eridonis and I have been working on it throughout these last few weeks, and we think we have a rather good idea of when the next plane will be opening." Stop.
Excellent. We'll be right over.
See you then. And Trailorine clicks off the sending stone. clicks off the fantasy stoner far speech, which is what I almost said. Thank you, the Adventure Zone. So, you guys go up to Castle Dalen. Ember, you return the griffin that you borrowed, and so do Henri and Till, and you guys make your way to Trailerine's office. Once again, the guards let you pass, and she looks like she is expecting you, along with Eridonis, and then Cricket and Leto, of course, are standing by. And Trailerine says, "Thank you for your promptness in that. We have information on the next plane." And Trailerine says, "The next plane will be opening, we are fairly certain, in Glass Forest. We will have a contact meet you in Glass Forest Village to take you." Sorry, I thought someone opened my door. "To take you into the woods to where the plane, to the rip in the plane will be opening. We understand that Glass Forest is very dangerous off the beaten paths, but we have full confidence in your ability to get there and get the artifact. Speaking of, Eridonis." And Eridonis clears his throat and says, "Yes. So, the next plane that you all will be going to is the Beastlands, and you will be retrieving the Orb of Dragonkind. Now, our intellect has revealed that the Orb of Dragonkind is the item of Maleki. Seeing as she hasn't really been around in these last couple of years, doing better things, I suppose. We are not sure how you're going to be able to find this item. It'll be deep within the Beastlands, of course, but you will have to use your wits and your tracking and your survival instincts to find this item. Am I clear?"
Crystal.
Ember has gone very still.
Just shoot a word. I probably glared at Eridonis being like, better things to do, but I do shoot a worried look to Ember.
Penny
Oh, Penny.
gives Cricket a worried glance.
Yeah, I was about to say, Penny, you can see that Cricket has gone absolutely pale, and Trailerine says, "And yes, speaking of which, due to the difficulty of you all finding this artifact, Sir Smithson will be accompanying you. Don't worry about Cricket, we will have another guard, our next best, honestly. It actually might just be the captain who guards Cricket. But Sir Smithson will be accompanying you."
Can I make a request?
Forgive.
Yeah, what's up?
This is Ember speaking.
Oh, yes, Champion Imba?
If Leto is going, is it possible for me to stay behind and I can watch Cricket in his place?
Champion Imba, this doesn't really. I don't believe you can. You know what you signed up for when you became a champion.
Right.
Unfortunately, there is no picking and choosing with these planes and these artifacts. They're extremely dangerous, and I wouldn't send Sir Smithson with you all if I didn't think all of you would be needed.
Not to sound rude at all, but wouldn't Sir Smithson be. And no offense to you, Sir Smithson, but I'm sure Cricket would be more at ease where her regular guards remain at their side.
Oh, you need not worry about Cricket. We've already discussed it in full.
Yes,
Cricket, you're
Can
okay
I-
with it, aren't you?
I have to interject. We have a dynamic going for us already, and with someone new added to the equation, that dynamic has already been disrupted. I don't think adding someone else into the mixture, and no offense to you, Knights, Sir Smithson, genuinely, adding someone new to the mixture once again will help us in the long run.
Once again, it's an extremely dangerous plane, and I would appreciate if all of you get back in one piece.
How does I've been
Leto
with
is there
Cricket
for extra
this
protection.
I've hung out
Can
with
I
Cricket this whole
roll-
week. How is Cricket looking as we're discussing this real quick? Like, is Trailerine speaking for them? And they're like uncomfortable with the situation?
You can roll me that insight check with advantage. Because you have been hanging out like the entire week. The entire time.
Okay.
Someone
With
hold me back. I'm gonna
advantage.
fucking punch her.
Yeah, with advantage, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, so yeah, you know that Cricket scared out of their fucking mind. It's bad enough that you guys are going to the Beastlands. You,
Yeah.
especially Penny, but then her first friend, their first friend, sorry, I keep using wrong damn pronouns. Their first friend is going there as well. But Trailerine's like, Cricket, you're okay with it, correct? And Cricket gives like a jerky, hasty nod, and Trailerine says, and hold on. And Trailerine says again, we have discussed it privately before you all got here. We are aware of the risks, but Leto is okay with it. Cricket is okay with it, and this is not up for debate.
Can I roll insight when it comes to I'm sending him along with you so you're extra safe. I want to know if there's another reason possibly.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll insight.
I think I'm part of the crew holding Till back also.
Yeah, no, Till is genuinely looking like they're like in the process of I'm going to punch this person.
Addie probably has like one hand on Till's shoulder, but I think is paying more attention to Ember. And has put another hand, her other hand on Ember's shoulder, and is just like staring, not like intently, like yes, intently, but like is trying to not make Ember comfortable, just trying to physically support Ember.
Yeah, and Ember for her part is like staring at the floor. She's not participating in the insight check because she's kind of
I'll
half
participate in the
dissociating.
insight check, yeah.
She's half disassociating right now.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm inciting Ember.
Okay, we're
I'm
going to do this one at a time. We're going to do this one at a time. Henry, what's your insight check?
Arson, I can say with pride that your cracked ass dice have rolled me a natural 20 for a total of 24.
Yes, I fucking gave you the blessed dice.
Yes. Yes, you have.
I feel like
as
I've
far
gotten
as
the
you can
curse
tell,
dice.
as far as you
No,
can
that's just
tell,
you.
Trailerine is being 100% sincere.
Really?
And with the natural 20, you can also see a bit of nervousness in her own mannerisms that she is genuinely worried about all of your safeties.
Interesting. With all due respect, Archmage, we haven't had all that much difficulty in retrieving these artifacts in all the other planes that we've gone to. I know I can see that you're worried, but I think we're more than capable of doing this without his help.
I simply disagree.
What's so dangerous about this plane that you think a +1 is gonna help us all that much?
Okay, let me bring up the planes. Hold on.
It's like, what do you know? We
Eridanis.
have the power of God and anime on our
Are you being
side.
racist? Like,
Give me 1 second. I have to find it. Hold on.
In the meantime, can I say what
Uh,
I wanted to say as Ember?
Yes.
Yeah, Ember, still like her voice kind of far away as she speaks. Archmage, I know my way through the glass forest. I'll be able to guide us through the beasts. Let Leto stay.
Ember.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Where the fuck is it? I know I have it fucking bookmark, and I need to organize my D&D folder.
If at Ember saying that, I think Addie fully like removes their hand from Till and like goes and stands in front of Ember, and it's just like, Ember, are you okay? Just like one hand, like both hands like on the shoulder, on either of Ember's shoulders.
I will be when this is done.
That doesn't mean you're obviously not okay right now.
You heard the Archmage. I knew what I signed up for.
That gets Till trying to fucking punch Trailerine again.
I think Penny's doing all she can with her 11 strength.
Yeah,
like,
I have a 15.
Tilly,
I think I'm beating
Tilly,
you.
Tilly, please. Tilly, don't. Please.
Nope,
Please.
nope,
Tilly. Tilly.
nope,
Tilly,
nope.
please.
Why do you want to punch her?
I will use a spell
What did
on
she
you.
do?
She's a fucking bitch, that's what.
What
Yeah,
did she
that's
do?
She's literally throwing Ember into a disassociation episode.
Okay,
That's bad.
Okay, so the Archmage is supposed to know about Ember's trauma? Is that it?
Yeah,
No, it's the this is what
Maybe
you
if
signed up
she
for
uses
instead
her
of just-
eyeballs.
It's one of those things of instead of asking why do you not want to go here, we have a bee party for a fucking reason, supposedly. It's the nope, you knew what you signed up for.
I think Ember
She did.
would look up and go, Till, I appreciate it, but as much as I don't want to go, it is important that I do. Reasons beyond champion. Valerine, are you aware that there is a group of folk who want to participate in the Ecclesian Civil War?
What?
Who would use...
I
Sorry, go for it.
was aware that there were were in glass forest. I had heard rumors. However, that is why the guide is going to be with you. And
I've been
this
to
is
the
the
glass
first I'm
forest.
hearing of. This is the first I'm hearing of the Ecclesian Civil War. As far as I was aware, there wasn't any official government there to have a civil
That
war
seems
for.
racist.
Boy, you are out of the loop.
There isn't a central government, which is why they're essentially starting. Several groups are vying to themselves king. One such group is in the glass forest, and if I remember correctly, if that portal opens, access to the beast realm, make themselves stronger.
I don't think the beast will work on
That's what you told me. That is straight up what you told me
When?
in our private messages. Hold on.
Fuck.
Literally last
Once again, my fucking mind. Damn it. Hold on.
Reason part B of why we want to punch Trailer in the face. She is actively endangering a very valued member of her house/court in putting Leto in danger and sacrificing Cricket's safety and trust.
So I'm replying to a message that I had sent. It was to remind you about something, and you had responded to it out
Okay.
loud.
I believe you. I just don't fucking remember. Hold on.
Also, I mean, Till wants to punch Trailering for like a variety of other reasons. Not just the current thing, it's just all bubbling up again.
Trailerine says all more the reason that it is best if they get stopped. If they really want the power of the Beastlands, then as champions, it is part of your duties to stop any insurgents.
I am aware of this,
No,
but
it
I
is
am
not. No, our
It
duty
literally
as
is.
champions is to like fucking handle the realm shit and do the retrieval of artifacts. We ain't fucking politician like little soldiers.
Are you
shot off to
saying
fight
this in
insurgents.
character?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Depending
Why
on
do you guys hate
Trailerine's
her so
answer,
much? She literally didn't do anything.
Bro,
but she's saying
she has, though.
she
Also, she did just
has
say we are our duty to take care of insurgents, which it's not.
that our job description says to go into newly opened portals, get artifacts, and close said portal and get back.
Okay,
There's
then
nothing
then
about
don't fight,
political
then don't
engagement
fight
in
the
there.
werewolves. No one's gonna force you.
No, it was
What-
more just like
what
the
Ember-
thing that Trailerine said.
what Ember is
what-
saying is like this situation is a lot more dangerous than I think you realize. Have Leto stay, and let Leto stay, and let us handle this.
Don't send Leto into this fight.
The dude's like, what?
Y'all
the
say it like he's gonna die.
I mean,
What is
I wonder
Trailerine's
what happened to the
response
last
what
I mean,
NPC who
it's-
joined
it's
us on a
always-
journey into a plane.
It's always a risk,
Huh.
and it's unnecessary. At least we think, as characters.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
us in character being like, this feels like an unnecessary risk. If his job is to stay here and guard Cricket, let him stay here and guard Cricket.
Send Eridanis instead. He knows more about planes and these
Eridanis doesn't have any battle.
But also, what is
experience.
Trailerine's
Well,
response to Till going, we are not your
boo-hoo.
insurgent solvers?
Okay, Trailerine says, my apologies. Yes, that technically is not in the job description. You do not have to fight these wares. I'm sure we can scrounge up a few people here in the castle to see to this being dealt with properly. My apologies at saying that you can dispose of insurgents. You're correct. Your main prerogative is to go into planes, retrieve artifacts, and then come home. Speaking of coming home, we need to find a new way for you all to get back from the Beastlands.
does the Well of Worlds? Yes, Mavis had the Well of Worlds. I had completely forgotten.
Yes, Mother Mavis, who is
Actually-
currently on the front lines.
I want to bring something up about that. I know for a brief time, because Kate, you had real life busy stuff. Mavis stepped away,
Uh-huh.
and I think I took on holding the Well of Worlds. I don't know.
Did
if
you?
we,
Oh, really?
I don't know if we
remember.
ever in character gave it back to Mavis. Well, because she
No.
would
I don't-
have given it to someone before she
Yeah.
left.
And I do remember, I think, it being entrusted to Ember.
That would have to be a retcon because Kate and I have already talked about some things.
It's one of those
With the-
like it's been
Well, like-
I'm staring at it in my inventory, and I think it's been in there since like Kate had it temporarily dipped for real life shit. And I don't know if we ever in character did a handoff back.
I have no idea.
We'd have to go back and listen.
Yeah,
We'd
It's
have
weird.
to
If you look
find
back
that
at it,
point.
I'm fine being like, yeah, at some point that happened, I guess.
Oh, that probably was for
That was a wrench
Christmas.
into me and Kate's thing. Let me.
I'm totally fine by saying at some point we would have handed it back to Mavis for safety.
Yeah, let's just say that.
Yeah.
It looks like it's already set in stone, so.
Okay. Eridanis here has some information on the more information on the Beastlands. Eridanis? And Eridonis says, "Hold on, let me fucking creating a multiverse. Let me bookmark this. I don't know why I have to keep looking for it in fucking D&D Beyond." I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, you need to be careful in the Beastlands, but from what we are aware of, it is relatively safe. One of the relatively more safer planes. Not to say that. Well, what is to say is that there is no falling from great heights in perpetuity. There is no being underwater and fear of drowning. There's no going into the plane of Earth and being crushed to death or being eaten by worms. And there's no plane of fire to boil alive in.
But
But there are wild, vicious beasts and animals that lie just out off of the beaten paths. And unfortunately, there isn't any beaten paths. As to say, monsters, beasts, they are everywhere in the Beastlands, waiting for their next meal.
it
You
just
have to be on high alert and have your wits about you, just as any other play.
so it is
I can function as
in
the
essence.
group's guide.
I'm sorry, Champion Ember. Have you been in the Beastlands before? Well, in the Beastlands, you will have all of you will have to
Trailery,
rely
don't
on each
discount
other.
my personal
Well,
experiences. I have been traveling alone across the
well,
length and breadth of Sihonavan for the last 50
this is Eridonis.
Oh, my bad. This would be pointed then to Eridonis. Eridonis, don't discount my experiences. I've been traveling length and breadth of Sihonavan alone by myself for the last 50. I have grown up
Be
in
that as it may,
Slucia such as you have.
be
I
that
think
as
I
it
can
may,
handle.
your guide will not be going into the Beastlands with you. He will
I can
be
guide us
leading
through the
you through.
forest. I have lived in the forest. This is an unnecessary risk for
Eridonis.
Leto to take.
Leto isn't your guide.
But if he is coming with us, then
He is still coming with you
Quote,
guys,
Oh,
but he is not
we-
your guide.
okay. It fully sounded like Leto was going to be our guide.
Okay, no, my bad. There is a guide who's going to be your contact in Glass Village. I thought I said that. And then there's Leto who is accompanying you, so you guys don't mega die.
Either way, Ember, my argument is that this is with the news that they're about this weird group. This is a much higher risk for Leto to take unnecessarily, rather
Mhm.
than the people who they've literally selected to be sent into dangerous lands.
Mhm.
this is not something I think as characters anyone is okay with.
Henry as a character is like, obviously I've never seen Leto fight before, but is he stronger than most of us? I'm not entirely sure. Henry
Phil's
sure
not
doesn't think he's
doubting
stronger than him.
Leto's capabilities, and they're not underestimating the danger there. It's more like they don't really care about Leto and Cricket, but they know how much they've seen how much Cricket cares about Leto, and they don't and genuinely especially with the doppelganger stuff
Additionally, we've already been through 2 planes that were by Eridonis and Archmage admission more dangerous than the Beastlands. So why send us into a place considered relatively safe with an additional party member when that for the plane of air or water?
and then also that's
This
just
is
we're
the DM
already
speaking. This is the DM speaking. There is plot reason.
but the thing
This-
is our characters are not going to let Leto come with us.
He
Period.
can just follow you guys.
Yeah, he can follow us in secret if you want, but like we are not going to let Leto join us on the first leg of this journey.
This
Also,
is a
willingly.
DM to
point out-
DM thing. Like this is. I understand that there are plot reasons, and there are other ways to get Leto there that also don't involve him either following us or coming with us.
Okay, then I guess we'll just have to follow you guys.
Please let me finish.
Mhm.
Potentially he might be going there for his own business that isn't following us in secret or traveling with us outright, but there is danger of railroading here. Where we as characters are trying to have our agency and be like, hey, we don't want this NPC to come with us because the last ones were dangerous, and hey, an NPC died in the last adventure. We don't want a repeat of that.
We don't want
Also, the last time we had like an NPC, like in character, like someone come with us that was like our guide, he fucking biffed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, Till as a
right.
character does not want to put another person in danger like that.
Like if this is we as characters are like, if it is in our job description to take these risks, yeah, we'll do it. That's what we signed up for, quoting Trailerine. But Leto did not sign up for this shit. He signed up to protect Cricket, and we're going to protect his job security by keeping him alive and in the place he chose to
It's
be.
like, to us as in character, the reasoning feels a little flimsy for him to come with us. This is my advice is potentially we call session here and we have a discussion over the next few weeks. Figure out a solution and an understanding.
Yeah, like a reason for why he's coming. I think that's a good idea.
Because if he does have like a reason outside of,
Also, Leto hasn't, like, Trailerine's been talking for
Right,
Leto.
well, Leto won't go with you guys. That's pretty much all I wanted to do for the session, though.
Okay, did you
It's getting a little long. It's almost
yes,
midnight.
did you hear my suggestion at the end there?
I actually cut out for a lot of it.
Oh, my
Oh.
suggestion was, why don't we call a session here and then we can have a discussion over the next three-ish weeks to come to an understanding whether that is Leto coming with us or Leto going to Glass Forest for his own reason.
because it's perfectly viable if he has his own reasons. We can't stop him at that point.
Yeah, it's just
Okay, well, I think this conversation has gone on long enough, and we're just going to go in circles if we don't stop now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
I
ahead
have
and
a
stop.
question. Why has Leto spoken for himself in this
Well,
conversation?
every time I tried, you guys kind of spoke over me, so.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.